Hey, it's Kylie from KyliePlusOne here. Today's video, I kind of want to talk about college. First, I want to apologize though for no makeup. I do have a little bit from yesterday, but because I didn't wash my face because I'm a fucking nasty person. But um, yeah, so I'm kind of a mess, and it's like 40 degrees outside, and yes, I'm wearing this, but I don't care because in my house, well, first of all, I'm pregnant, so it's like 80 degrees in here, it feels like, but it's not. So I'm like burning up. But anyways, like most of you guys do know, I am pregnant, and along with being pregnant, I graduated early, and a lot of you guys know that. But before I graduated early, when I was still a senior, because technically I'm still a senior, I don't actually have my diploma yet. I just don't go to school anymore because I am finished. I just don't have my diploma. I just have a transcript. But whenever I was still a senior and I was attending the school inside of this town where I live and not the one 20 minutes away, at the alternative one, I remember it being a senior and walking into the office, and the counselor was talking to us about college, and I sat down with her and I was like, I'm pregnant, so we need to work out something. And I had not taken an ACT yet. I was not prepared. I put everything on the back burner, and now it's senior year and all my friends are filling out college applications. They're getting ready to go, and I'm like, I don't have anything ready. Well, anyways, she was like, well, what are you doing for college? And I'm like, I just told you I was pregnant, okay? I had my baby in February, January. Okay, college is not an option for me at this moment, until she gets bigger. And the guidance counselor, whatever you want to call her, she legitly looked at me and was like, there's mothers who are teen mothers and, adult mothers or whatever. Sorry. And she's like, they go to college with children. She's like, but then again, I guess it's just how hard do you want to work for it? Bitch, I care about my education, okay? But unless you want to carry around a 6-month-old to college with you, I don't. Okay, I don't have time for that. So I'm going to go to probably not. I'm probably not going to go to university, but I do plan on continuing my education. I just don't plan on going to university, and I'm not selling anything, but one of the videos that I was watching a while ago about this kind of scenario type of thing was Kingsley. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you guys have. But anyways, Kingsley was talking about it, and he said that he hated it, and I think this is something that we can both agree on, is he said he hated it when people dissed, or judged someone for getting the education, for continuing it. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're going to community college. I don't know if you guys have VOTECs. I don't know if you guys know what a VOTEC is, but here in Oklahoma, we have VOTECs, which they don't call them VOTECs anymore. They're career centers, but it's basically like a little trade school where you can go and get your CNA or something in the health field, or a welding or construction, something like that. But basically, I went to one of those, and I was gonna get my CNA, but I don't think life had that in plan for me. Obviously, it didn't because I didn't finish. But it just wasn't something I wanted to do. I got into it because I wanted to make my dad proud, because I knew that's what my dad wanted me to do. So I did it, and then I worked in the hospital, and I realized this is not for me. When I worked in a hospital, and I kind of saw this is some real shit. Somebody comes in, I'm gonna have to do CPR. I'm gonna have to save the life. Don't get me wrong, I would love to save a life, but that's not the career for me. I could probably do it to an adult, but if a child was to come in, no, it's not for me, that's just not what I need to do. So anyways, basically, and that's something I get questioned all the time, is you're not going to school. If you have a child, or if you had a child as a teenager, I'm sure some of you guys probably had children as adults, and you guys can use it's hard to have a kid. You can't do the things you want to do. I can't hang out with friends. Not that I have friends in the first place, but like it takes away everything. You can't go out, and Kyle's parents, they're like, oh, let's go on vacation. I can't go on vacation. I don't even have a baby yet, and it's stopped me from doing things. I can't go on vacation because my doctor's like, well, you're pregnant, you can't do that. And I'm like, you're right, I can't do that. So there's like a lot of things that I've had to give up, and then because I've had to give them up, Kyle has to give them up. And that's not me telling him like you have to give them up. That's him making that choice. Like he'll tell me, like I told him, I was like, if you want to go on vacation with your parents, you can like so go on vacation with your parents. But this is like bothering me. I can't deal with this. But he's like, I'm not gonna go on vacation without you. You know, if you can't go, I can't go. And that's just his decision. But I think if you take off time for school, like take time off school to take care of your child, or not even if there's a child involved, but if you have to take care of something personal and that requires you to take off school and you're doing it to better yourself or better somebody else in your life, like, I don't see the issue with that. Like, I'm not going to sit here and judge you. Now, if it's something for like a boyfriend or something like that, I probably would judge you for that because I'm like, you're like, this boyfriend's come and go. But then again, you know, it's all depends. Like, I think it depends on the situation. But I don't think that just because you have a child, you know, like, not that you have a child, but, you know, like the counselor being like, well, I see lots of mothers who do this. Like, that's great that you have, like, you've seen lots of mothers. And she started naming off some of the students who had been teen moms that went to school. And I know these girls. And she's like, that she went to college. She went to college. Like, they're furthering their education. Well, yes, but look at the support that they have. You know, like, of course, I had the father of my child in my life. But, I mean, these girls, they have, their like, boyfriends aren't teenagers anymore. Like, they're grown men. So, they're, like, their children's father are actually adults, you know. They're taking care of their life. Like, they have, like, great jobs. So, they have the financial support that they need. They have parents who can help them out. You know, they have family. They have, like, a good support system. Means how my boyfriend, or the child of my father anyways, he is a teenager still. He doesn't even get to finish his education, which he will. As soon as I get my diploma, like, I mean, even now, as soon as I can get a job, I definitely want him to go get his GED or something. Because, like, if something was to happen to me, I want to know that he can take care of my child and not have to struggle from a minimum wage job. Just like that's why he's letting me finish my education, because he sees it as, we're not always going to, like, hopefully we will be, and I think we will be. But let's look at reality. There's not a guarantee that we're going to be together forever. And there's not a guarantee that something isn't going to happen to us. So if something happens to him and I get left alone with these children, well, one right now, but just in case, you know, who knows. But, you know, he wants to know that I can take care of these kids. And I'm one of those people who, I was raised in a household with my father who, he raised us girls, and by us girls, I mean me and my sister, that we should not rely on any man. And I think that is definitely true, not just for females, but for males. Like, don't rely on your partner for anything. Like, for financial, I don't think that you should have to rely on them for anything besides emotional support. And not even that. Like, I feel like you should, I don't even know how to explain that. Like, don't let somebody hold you back, you know? Like, that's one thing that I hate. And Kyle actually did throw that in my face one time. He was like, well, I have a job and I'm the one making the money. Well, first of all, it's not that I don't want to get a job. Like, I've tried to get a job. But that's like the problem with pregnancy is nobody wants to hire you whenever you're pregnant. You know, they can't tell you, they're not going to, and they can't tell you legally, like, oh, well, we can't hire you because you're pregnant. But, you know, they're not going to hire you because you can't do the jobs that they need. But yeah, basically, like, that's kind of like me ranting about the whole college thing. Like, I plan on going not to college because it's one way too expensive. And I'm sorry, but you want me to, like, you want me to go to college for 16 hours a week, take care of my newborn child, and have a job? Okay, like, who's going to take care of the child? So therefore I have to, like, get daycare services or a nanny. That's going to cost money. So that's why I have to get a job. I would, like, spend no time with my kid. And that's just unacceptable to me because as a mother, I feel like I should be there for my daughter. But, I mean, don't judge people because they're not doing things the way you're doing them. Like, I look on Facebook and on Instagram and on Twitter, and I see all my friends, and they're, like, going to university, which is, like, 2 hours away, and some of them are leaving state, and some of them are, like, actually doing great things, and I'm, like, I'm so happy that you guys are getting to go out and explore the world and make new friends and new memories and like get these new opportunities. Like that is so awesome. But like I don't get to do that. And I do plan on going to a town that's 45 minutes away and going to a dental assistant program and get my dental assistant and then becoming a dental hygienist. I do plan on doing something like that. But I mean, even then, that's going to be hard for me to do. Like, it will never, ever be easy for me because I don't get to just go to school and get a job like all these other girls, like, not all these other girls, but like all these other kids. I mean, all these other people that are my age, they get to go out and do that. I mean, they get to go to class and then get out of class and go to work. And as soon as they get out of work, they get to go hang out with friends. That's not how my life gets to go. And that's kind of my fault. I mean, it is my fault. Like, I chose to have sex. I chose to not be smart about things. I chose not to use protection. I chose not to, use prevention, but I mean, that's just how life works. Like, I will go to school, get out, go to work, and then as soon as I get out of work, I will come home to a screaming, crying baby that I love to death. So that's just how life works out for me. But I don't think that you should judge somebody because they're not going to a university or a community college or a vo-tech, trade school, or because they're doing online or because they chose not to go to college. Like, people have things in their lives that they are planning on doing. And they don't have to sit there and they don't have to tell you every little detail. Like, they don't have to tell you, I'm not going to college now because I can't afford it. Or college just isn't for me, but I do plan on doing something else. They don't have to explain that stuff to you, and they're not going to. So don't judge somebody because you don't know what their plan is in life. You don't know what's going on when you're not there. I mean, you don't know. I mean, you don't know if there's a sick parent or a sick family member that they have to take care of. You don't know if they have something going on with them personally. You don't know if they have children. I mean, you might know if they have children, but I mean, you don't know every little thing. So, I mean, just take a step back and like look through the window, because like don't like step back and look through the window, because whenever you step back and you look through the window, all you can see is what's in the frame. You can't see what's going on the other sides, So, I mean, it's like standing at a door, like I mean, I don't really know how to explain this. Like, it makes sense in my head, but I just don't know how to come out with the words. But basically, if you guys have any questions, I mean, I hope that this helps out people, especially for young mothers who are feeling like down or, not really down, or not even just for young mothers, but just like anybody out there who's just like, I'm scared to not go to college, or I feel judged because I'm not going to college. Like, don't feel ashamed because you're not doing what everybody else wants you to do, or because you're not doing what everybody else is doing. Like, this isn't high school and junior high anymore. You're going to college. You're seniors now. People are going to change. You're going to lose all these friends. You're never going to see these people again. You might see them again, but what does it matter? And I didn't realize that, and I've always been told that, but I never realized it until I actually graduated. Like, none of these people matter, like, they do because you care about them and you love them and you spend so long with them. But guess what? Those $200 pair of shoes doesn't mean shit anymore. Like, it doesn't. Like, I remember struggling to find the best outfit for the first day of school. And now that I'm graduated, I'm like, why did I care so much about what I wore to school? Like, I think I spent the whole senior and junior year in sweats and a t-shirt because that's what I was comfortable in. Like, I don't have to dress up for you. But that's what I'm trying to get at is, I mean, none of those things matter. So do you. Like, you do you. Like, don't do everybody else because everybody else doesn't matter. Your future matters. They're not living your life. You are. So, I mean, I don't really know. If you guys have more questions or you guys have opinions or, just you guys want to comment on something, go ahead and put it in the comments below and I will try to respond back to you guys. Be sure to like the video and please subscribe for more amazing videos. Also, I'm going to try to get the link to my Instagram and I'm going to put it down there so you guys can get on my Instagram and even comment and follow me, on there. And you guys can comment and DM me questions that you guys have. I'll try to put my Facebook link on there and you guys can message me and stuff on there. And then, I'll also put my Twitter one on there. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. But yeah, I'll try to have another one up and I'll see you guys, I don't know when, but sometime soon. All right, bye.